Hello, everybody. I'm back. Today I'm going to be with my friend Katie. I'm going to do my very first interview. She knows this, and I know this, and now you know this. So please beware if anything weird happens. But we're going to give this a shot and hopefully get through some shit. So without further ado, here's my friend Katie.
Hi.
Hello, Katie. Well, my name's Tyler. I don't know if I should even say my name, actually. I wasn't going to say my name on this channel, but I guess I just did. But whatever. So basically, what I want to do today is interview you a little bit and just kind of like hear a little bit of your mental health journey, kind of where you started, and maybe kind of where it's led you, what's worked, what hasn't worked. Does that sound cool?
Sounds good.
Cool.
Ask questions and I shall answer.
Okay. So the very first question that I got to do is tell me one weird fact about yourself. It can be something small. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be something huge.
Okay, I mean, it's not super weird, but I'm the youngest of four with three older brothers, and my two oldest brothers are 2 years, 3 months, and 57 minutes apart. So normally I can say that faster. My brain's just not working.
It was fast
Um,
enough. So you're pretty tough then. I assume it being the youngest.
yeah, well, and my brothers are 12, 10, and 6.5 years older than me.
Oh,
So, yeah,
oh wow, your parents had a renaissance, didn't they?
yes, they did.
Nice, nice. Well,
They got, they're like, okay, that works.
okay, cool. Well, if you don't mind, when when was your first diagnosis, and what was it?
So I think the first diagnosis was before I turned 16 with anxiety. Um, and that one, it was made worse by situational anxiety because um, the previous year, my father had lost his job, and I grew up in North Carolina. Um, but he lost his job, and a year later, got a job in the state of Indiana, about 700 miles away from basically everyone and everything I knew. My like journey with knowing of mental health is kind of one that um I guess is a little bit unique in that both of my parents have clinical depression, and like through my whole childhood I knew what the words depression and anxiety meant, and I didn't actually understand that there was like stigma around those things. They were just everyday words in my house. And so I started getting like really sick before things, and like just having a really hard time being around people because of how anxious I was getting. Um, and because of my family experiences, I was able to say, hey, I think this is anxiety. I need to go to the doctor. And so that's what we did right before I moved. And I got put on like a as needed medicine for that. And then had to transition to up in Indiana, which had its own set of problems.
And this was all when you were 16. This all just kind of came out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah. So my dad lost his job when I was 15. And then exactly 1 week after my 16th birthday, I moved 700 miles away from basically everything
Okay.
I'd ever known.
Damn, that sounds pretty especially at that age too, of when it's like you're just starting to form those bonds of like people you really you need to make that like those like lifelong friendships and those deep connections, and being ripped out of that. I'm sure that was insanely difficult.
It was. So I'm a Christian. I was raised that way. I love somebody up here actually told me the term cradle Christian, and I think it's very true, at least for me,
I've never heard
and
that
that I
before.
went to church from the time I was 8 days old. Um, and so, like, the church that I had grown up in, like, I had people that were like aunts and uncles, and, my friends were more like cousins than they were, even though I didn't really have any like close friendships. They were just always like people I had always known, right? And then coming up here, um, it was just brand new. I've never really had to make new friends before. So that was definitely an interesting like experience to have while also having worsening social anxiety.
Well, I mean, I can assume the anxiety was at least partially attributed to leaving those deep roots, right? I mean, if you are,
Yeah.
I've
Oh
never
yeah,
heard
it
the
was
term cradle
definitely.
Christian, but
Yeah.
I understand it very well after that. After that, and but I can
Yeah.
understand how maybe not being close enough to like maybe be revealing everything with these people, you still
Hmm.
feel a deep solidarity and union with them, and being pulled from that had to have been shocking. Were you able to find a new community in Indiana at all that
I
feels anything
was.
like that?
Um, Not really like that, but in a better way.
Oh,
Um, so it took a while and not actually in high school. So in high school, I did find a community to connect with. It was another local youth organization. Um, that what they do is they put on like weekend retreats for youth, and then after you go to a weekend retreat, you get to help spend like um 10 weeks in a semester like preparing for that weekend. Um, and they have like during the weekend they have different what they call talks, and it's basically just like peer presentations on anything from like our pressures and priorities to they have one talk called the obstacle talk where you really just talk about what you're struggling with, um, and sort of like where you see God in it, where you don't, that kind of thing. And so I found a community within that to at least be somewhat connected to. But it was from people of all different denominations, which is awesome. It was an awesome experience, but also very different from what I had at home in North Carolina, where it was just this like independent Baptist church, which is a very like closed off um, kind of bubble to grow up in. And so it was kind of like culture shock in just every imaginable way when I needed something that wasn't. And I didn't really find anything like that.
hmm. Well, the culture shock. What was the culture shock beyond the just diversity? What about the diversity was actually shocking?
So in the little bubble that I was raised in, the idea that like Catholics were actually like also Christians wasn't really a thing. And yet so many of my friends have been raised in the Catholic Church. But also the way that different denominations raise their children prioritizes different things in what they teach them. So like I was learning to recite Bible verses before I could read them, and having ADHD and dyslexia, I didn't learn to read until a little bit later than normal. Um, but so like I was memorizing scripture passages that were like 3 to 5 verses long um, by the time I was like 12,
Whoa.
kind of thing. And then a bunch of people in this youth group had very little idea, like even the general structure of the Bible, let alone what it said in it. Um, and so that was just very different for me to see the sort of the faith without the like knowledge side of it, and that was a hard thing for somebody who likes facts. And
Did it feel like blind faith? Did it make you question their faith at all?
sometimes depending on the person, yeah, because I mean really you can believe in something without knowing him, but you can't know somebody unless you talk to them or listen to what they have to say. um And so the Bible is God's words to us. So how do you have a relationship with him if you don't know what he says?
Yeah, it seems very, how would you say, non-denominational,
Yeah.
to say the least. Do you feel like your relationship with God has helped your mental health at all? Has that factored in at all? And if so, do you mind telling me a little bit how?
Yeah. So it definitely has. Um because when I was so after we moved, it was about the biggest struggle with depression I've ever had was on and off for the next 2 years. So between 16 and 17, um, I had like periods of like highlights in my life. Like when I was 17, I got to go to England, which is a whole other story. Um, but so there were good points sprinkled out, but very, very low points as well. And my faith was sort of what kept me like hanging on. So the idea of, honestly, it was really the idea of serving others better than myself. The idea of, um, I can't do this to my family is probably not the best reason, um, to
Are you talking about
not,
suicide?
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to be
Yeah,
clear.
you're good. I was about to clarify that because I'm like, I'm not saying that very clearly. But anyway, so in things like suicide, or even I struggled with self-harm for a little bit, but the idea of never making it like too noticeable, um, was because I didn't want to hurt my family in it. And that came from a faith of saying like, um, that wouldn't, like, that's not doing good to them. But there was also, a large part of just knowing that like even if I couldn't feel God and feel him in those moments, I knew he was there. Like I have this very, very deep belief that he is there. Um, and so even now, I have a little bit healthier coping strategies, I like to think. But I had a low day a few weeks ago. I was just having a bad day. Um, and so I spent time and I prayed and I read my Bible and I just had intentional like alone time with God before I had to go to work. And my shift that day went so much better than it had the day before. And I really attribute a lot of that to just that like mind reset that I had.
That's good. Well, first off, I'm glad you didn't kill yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm
I
very
am too.
glad. I've definitely struggled with thoughts like that before, and I know that that gets tough. And kind of what I heard from that is what I'm kind of getting is even though you felt so bad and you thought that there was maybe no way out of the suffering or depression and anxiety
Hmm.
through the messages that you had learned from the Bible and God,
Yeah.
you knew that doing that would ultimately bring such harm to your parents and loved ones that you just couldn't do that. Is that kind of what I'm
Yeah.
getting? Like you
Yeah.
you knew that just because maybe you're not loving yourself at this time, it doesn't mean that there is no love for you out or that
Yeah.
there will be no effect.
Yeah. Exactly. And it helped also that my brothers, so one of my older brothers, my middle one, we're 10 years apart, um, but we're best friends. And he was married at the time to a horrible person, which caused a lot of mental health things in and of itself. Um,
For him or for you?
but both.
Okay, fair,
So it
fair.
happens when siblings are best friends. Um, and so my brother spent the first week of 2017 at the local psychiatric hospital for an attempted suicide. And so after that, um, I joke with my brother. We have a fairly dark sense of humor with each other. But I joke that like I never attempted suicide um, out of like the spite of proving that I'm better than him and that I wasn't going to cause him the pain he caused me um, from it. So I had that like personal experience of like I know what it's like to fear for a loved one like that. And so even if I couldn't see a way out of like what I was dealing with, I couldn't imagine like putting someone else through that.
Seems like it's ultimately your empathy is keeping you and not it's not necessarily feelings for yourself, it's feelings for other people and you just know how it'll affect them.
Yep,
Okay, that makes sense.
pretty
and
much.
and the joking thing, I don't know, as someone who's struggled for a very long time with some deep dark thoughts,
Hmm.
very often, I have a very dark sense of humor myself, and
Very nice.
I find that it's kind of one of these things. It's just how you deal with it. It's like
Yeah.
once you're down at the bottom for long enough, you realize, all right, well, it's not. It might be. It might be something like maybe genetic or neurological to where it's like I just got to take this however I can take this. I just got to joke
Yeah.
about this, and it has to be dark, and
Hmm.
and like yeah, you. I'm not gonna. That's just a funny way to joke. I do find
Mhm.
that dark, and I love dark humor.
Yes, dark
Um,
humor is wonderful. The only problem is like if it comes out with people who don't have generally dark humor, you can get some kind of weird looks.
yeah,
Um,
definitely. But here's how I feel about that, and I have because I do have thoughts about this.
yes.
Those people, the people who like don't get it, is like, all right, we can be friends, and I know I'm gonna like you, but the people who do get it, we have way higher potential to be friends, and like good friends, because if you can't handle this dark joke, dude, you should see what's happened in my life, type thing. You know,
Yeah.
like imagine living this. This is a joke, homie. Chill. Like it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I guess just to
It definitely using dark humor tells you like the level of friendship you can have with them.
yeah, and it's how real you can be with someone. It's honesty. A lot of times, dark
Hmm.
humor can be rooted in honesty. It's not necessarily you're not making a literal joke. It might not be your actual feelings, but there is like a kernel. That's what makes it funny.
Hmm.
So I
Yep.
guess just to clear this out, how are you feeling now? Like, how do you feel like today? Do you feel happy on a day to day basis? Are you still feeling anxious, or how's that going?
So, um, I still struggle with anxiety and depression. Lately, it's been a lot more learning about my ADHD. So I was only officially diagnosed um, at 20 last February. So a month before everything went online, I learned I was ADHD. And then I almost didn't graduate on time
Oh,
because of Corona. But I did, I made
nice.
it. Um, so would not recommend having to do online um, like internship hour credits. That was the worst part because it wasn't anything I was interested in, unlike my actual internship was. Um, but anyway, so I mean, I am in therapy. I've been in therapy with my therapist now for about a year and a half, or just under a year and a half. And it actually took me like a long time to seriously go to therapy, because I was just like, I'm a human services major. I'm learning all of this stuff. My brother, I had talked about earlier, now works in the mental health field.
Nice.
He's a social worker. And so, like, we talk about it all the time. I was just like, no, I don't need it. I needed it. And I still need it. So, like, I definitely have up and down days. Experimenting with ADHD meds has definitely been an experience. Um, and that like the first one we tried worked pretty good, except that it didn't last all day. So then we tried like the extended release version, and that was okay, except that it then made like some old thought patterns come back up, and I was just like, no, we're not going backwards. Um, and then after changing, it's too low of a dose. So I've spent the last week feeling like I don't know how to function. Um, but other than that, like generally, I have a pretty good life um, that I love. I have a job that I adore. Um, and I have a puppy who's over there. Her name is Carolina, named for North Carolina.
Move out of the way.
Let's
Let's see her
see.
again. I love animals.
There she is.
Oh, hey, what up, Carrie? Hey.
No,
Sorry, I'm a huge dog. I'm obsessed with animals.
that's fun. Dogs, small children for me, that's yeah, either way.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well that's good, man. I'm really glad. Is your brother doing better? I assume he's a social worker now, so he's not having the same self harm. Um,
Oh yeah, no, he's a lot better. Although, as far as that goes, you'd be surprised how many people in the mental health field themselves struggle with their mental health.
I don't think
It's
I would.
actually, yeah, it's a large portion. Um, and so, but no, he is in a much better place. His divorce has been like over a year ago now, and that made a tremendous effect in his life. Who you're around really does matter.
Good.
And so yeah, he's had a lot of barriers to education. So he finally got his bachelor's in social work to make it all like official paperwork wise. um and yeah, he's doing so much better. He's a great example to me of like pushing through and like learning to heal from it, not just like pushing through it, although he did that for a really long time. But he's also a really good example of like acknowledging when you need help and seeking it out.
Yeah, that's so sweet, and I think it's really good that you have an example of that. Not only just your parents, but also your brother. You have that direct example. That's really cool. Well, I really just want to
Mhm.
thank you so much for being my first guinea pig.
Of course.
This was a really good interview. I would love to do it again sometime if you want to. If you want
Sure.
to give any updates, is there anything you want to shout out?
Um, I mean, just for future reference, maybe if anybody's interested, I didn't even touch on the fact that through all of that, I was dealing with a mysterious chronic illness that got diagnosed by the time I was 18. So I also have 3 years of having no idea what's wrong with me. And then the last 2 years of trying to figure out various other things that are still wrong with me. So that's an interesting perspective on how chronic illness also affects mental illness.
Okay, one last meme I got to get out.
Yeah.
Um, I really one of the things that I'm trying to do with this channel,
Hmm.
because I've struggled with mental health issues for a really long time,
Hmm.
and a little bit of my background is I've been kind of part of this family of more of the thought of like if you can't see it, it's not real. Like
Hmm.
mental health isn't a real thing. Like you're just weak. Like
Yeah.
just smile. Like just figure it out. Like kind of more in that thought pattern. So kind of one of the things I'm trying to do by doing these interviews and just talking about it, I'm trying to I'm trying to destigmatize destigmatize. I'm trying to destigmatize mental healths. No, I'm trying to destigmatize mental health issues, and one of the things that I really want to do is stop referring to it as mental health and just refer to it as health, because your brain is just a part of your body. Because like, would you refer to like like my stomach hurts? Oh, that's an internal health issue. It's like I well, yeah, I mean you're right. I don't know, cuz I feel like you said earlier about who you're around makes a difference,
Hmm.
but also who you're around makes a difference.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. Yes. And it's definitely true. And the fact that, like, even just a quick statistic that I've had memorized for I don't know how long, like, women 18 to 30 are the most likely to get just told that, one, they're hysterical, which, if you know the history of the word hysterical, it's very sexist. Um, but that,
Hysterical just
like,
means what, like woman I don't want to deal with.
Um, basically, so it came from Freud, who he
Wanted to
himself
bang
was
his
very
mom.
sexist. Yeah, yeah, there was that. But it was basically just the idea of like, yeah, a crazy hard to deal with woman or whatever. And so,
A woman who
if
won't submit.
yes, exactly.
So fucking stupid.
Um,
Sorry for cursing.
it You're fine. Um, yeah, it really is bad. But now it's more just told that like it's in your head, or if tests come back as saying nothing's wrong. At least here in America, our healthcare system is much more set up to say, oh, none of these tests are showing up. It doesn't really matter what your quality of life is. Like, there's nothing we can do for you. Um, and so just like in that, um, it's insane to me that like there's still this idea of it feeds into the stigma around mental health, because then it's like, wait, I am depressed, I am anxious, are all of my symptoms in my head? Well, no. But when your body is malfunctioning and you don't know why, um, and you went from being able to do XYZ every day to being able to do one or two things a week because you're just sick all the time, like that's going to have an effect on your mental well-being. um, and so there's this balance that we need to find between treating um, the mental health struggles, but also acknowledging that mental health struggles can be worsened or even just stem from having a chronic illness. um, And instead of trying to keep the two separate, like they've been the idea of like, I have to prove that something's wrong. um it's the idea of, well, what's going on in my body is real and it's really hard to deal with, so that means that what's going on in my head is real and really hard to deal with. And there should be at least some people seeking like treatment. And for me, I have a great team of doctors now. I love them. We work really well together for figuring out just all of the different things. um, but I still go see a therapist because all of that, stuff of life with chronic illness, especially navigating college with it, it's difficult. Um, and so yeah, that's just sort of my plug of how um, I really want like people to stop having to prove that they are also physically sick, while that physically sick is illness worse.
Well, I totally agree. Everyone go see a therapist. Everyone go see a
It's true.
therapist. It's not that hard. Well, it is kind of hard, but it's worth it.
It's hard in America.